And now it's time for the King's Korner Sports Sound Off.
Football was back last night, and it was a fantastic game, I have to say. Carolina played really, really well in the first half. Good to see Kelvin Benjamin, obviously, back out on the field, especially if you have him on fantasy. I do not. I believe I was playing against him. In one league that I'm in, and he looked fantastic. Greg Olsen looked phenomenal again. Cam Newton looked like himself, and in fact, after one week, it's going to take a special performance from someone else to have put him second right out of the gates in the MVP voting again. He was phenomenal last night, and Cam Newton is what we're going to talk about right here, because Cam Newton was just battered all game long, and the NFL for the past couple of years has been trying to take this initiative against concussions, and they're trying to make this game safer, and they want to, they want to make sure that the parents know it's okay for your kids to play, because we're taking the steps, right? We're making the helmets safer, we're trying to eliminate hits, etc., etc. Well, last night was the biggest anti-concussion piece of marketing that could have happened. It was a complete nightmare for the NFL. Everything that they implemented or are trying to implement was completely undermined last night. Let's start with the teams. Denver, Carolina. Okay, Denver, a little bit less on them. But look, the athletic trainers that are on the sidelines in the blue hats are supposedly specialists in testing for concussions and identifying symptoms. When Cam Newton goes down and is laying face down on the field for about 5 or 6 seconds, that's not a symptom of a concussion? And neither side they could point that out. There's someone up in the skybox that can't point that out. Ron Rivera is about 10 feet away. He can't point that out. Want to know why? Because Carolina needed some points. I don't blame Ron Rivera for not pointing it out. I don't blame Cam for not saying he had these problems or these symptoms of a concussion. It's not on them. They want to win the game. I wrote an article about this last night, if you read it. Ever since you're a kid, you're told to do everything to win the game, not come out when there's less than a minute to go and you're 20 yards away from field goal range to win a ball game. No, you stay out there and you tough it out. That's what football is. So whose responsibility is it then? Well, first of all, it's on those athletic trainers, because if I could identify that, and I took like 2 athletic training classes 2 years ago, and I could identify that there were symptoms of something going on. Also, anyone could have. Brandon Marshall was tested for it about an hour and a half earlier in the game. I believe it was in the first quarter or second quarter. And he went to the locker room. He was down about a third of the time that Cam was. And yep, they were out there like a stink on you-know-what, making sure that he was okay. Number 2, Gene Sterator's crew last night was one of the most embarrassing displays of officiating as it pertains to protecting a quarterback. And now here's some things that I've been hearing online or on radio shows or whatever. They're saying that Cam doesn't deserve the same protection because he exposes himself to it that much more. False. Just because Cam runs more than Aaron Rodgers does not mean that Aaron Rodgers gets better and more protection than Cam. It just means that officials have to watch. Is it that hard? You're supposed to be doing it anyway. Gene Sterator is supposed to always have his eyes on the quarterback. He missed blatantly all out, did not even flag 3 helmet-to-helmet contacts. One of them was maybe iffy. Cam was looking for it. That's fine. Don't throw that one. There's for sure two. There's for sure two you missed, and then the one by Darian Stewart, I believe it was, the Broncos safety. That was one of the worst hits I have seen in a long, long time. I know a lot of people will get angry about this. I'll rank it up there with the LSU player hitting the Wisconsin guy. It was that dirty. You could see it. From about 10 yards away, he was already starting to target Cam. And you want to know why that pass didn't make it to the line of scrimmage? He was trying to save himself and brace for the hit because he knew it was coming. You can tell from about 10 yards away that he's coming in high and that he doesn't care what the repercussions are. Which, one, is stupid, because if Cam gets that ball off, you're immediately into field goal range with a first down. It should have been. Even if Cam doesn't. It makes me so angry that defenders can see that it's going to be offsetting, and then all of a sudden just think that they can tee off on someone. That's wrong. It's ridiculous. And it's dirty. And look, fines aren't doing anything. I hope Darian Stewart misses a game, at least a game. Because there's only one way you get your message through the thick skulls of these idiot defensive players, and that is taking them off the field. That's the only way it's gonna work. On so many levels, this was a mess for the NFL, and they have a lot to clean up. And they did, obviously, Goodell did not want this on his to-do list just a game into the season, but it's there. It's there. And it was disgusting on so many levels. So absolutely disgusting. I think that was the word I used when I posted on Facebook last night too. Carolina has to see it. They have to take Cam out of the game. The athletic trainers have to see it. They have to take Cam out of the game. The referees have to do a better job of protecting the players. I'm not saying take all hits out of the game. I'm saying you cannot go 0 for 4 protecting a quarterback. That's not good enough. Especially when Denver, it sure as heck looked like Denver had an agenda out that they were going to hit Crybaby Cam, as all of them call him. Crybaby Cam, they were going to hit him. They got to him. They hit him. They hit him hard. And they hit him, for the most part, illegally. But at the end of the day, it's the NFL's problem. And until they fix it, like I wrote last night, until they fix this problem, they're going to have former players pass away, and they're going to take more heat for this, as well they should. They have all of the technology. They've done all of the research. This is not 1970 anymore. You have the means to stop this. It's about time you do. And it's about time, Roger Goodell, that you took one galldarn iota of initiative and a little bit of responsibility. Because after all, this is your league. That's how you treat it. You act like a dictator. Then it shouldn't be so hard to implement this stuff. If you're truly the dictator, people don't pay to see that, do they? You're ruining the product. You don't make as much money. It's disgusting. And until Goodell fixes it, he's going to have more problems. His reputation is going to continue to go down, although I'm not sure how much further it can go down. Welcome back, football. I hope the rest of your week 1 and I hope the rest of your 16 weeks are a whole heck of a lot better than the first 60 minutes. That's going to do it for me in this video, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm really looking forward to the rest of the opening weekend of NFL football, another weekend of college football. If you want to read about my AP poll analysis of the Wisconsin Badgers, you can do so. Find that on kingscornerfootball.com, and then just go through the blog tab. That'll take you over there as well. I will be posting this just after a sound off on Josh Sitton. Check that out. I should have it on my YouTube page, and that'll also be on Facebook as well. So check that out. facebook.com/Kings Korner Sports. It is. That'll take you to that page. And I hope you enjoyed this. And until we meet again, may the ball bounce your way.
This was a Kings Korner Sports production. If you liked this show, be sure to subscribe on iTunes so you never miss the latest and greatest news in the world of sports. Check out kingscornerfootball.com for more information. And remember, it's your sports in his corner.